Hello everyone and welcome back to a current movie review. I'm Tennille.
I'm Sean.
And today we are watching Klaus, or we just finished watching Klaus, actually a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because we watched it when it came out, but that
we were
week...
busy.
Yeah, we were really busy, too busy to do a review at the time. And Frozen 2 was coming out, so we didn't want to double up reviews, although that being said, I think we're going to have another review come out tomorrow.
Oh, yep.
Because we're going to go see the Playmobil movie.
Yeah, that's probably going to be very different from this movie.
Yes, but we wanted to talk about Klaus now because it's the beginning of December and it's a perfect time to watch Klaus.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is Klaus? It's not a movie that was released to theaters, although I guess it did have a few very limited theatrical releases.
It had a tiny theatrically release where it released in 3 different major cities here in the U.S. for a weekend in like 1 or 2 specific theaters in each town.
Unfortunately, that is nowhere near us because it was in like New York, Chicago, and LA.
Not even Chicago.
Not even Chicago?
Not even Chicago. I think 2 different cities in California or on the West Coast.
And then like New York?
And New York.
Okay, yeah. So like...
you know, not here.
Yeah, definitely not here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So we couldn't see it in theaters, but we did watch it when it appeared on Netflix.
A week later.
A week later.
Yes.
And... if y'all haven't watched Klaus yet, please do yourself a favor. Especially if you've, been really wanting something good to watch this year. Because, man, this year has been really disappointing for us personally.
Mm-hmm.
But this was chicken soup for my soul. I needed this.
It's a traditionally animated film.
Mm-hmm. And that's not the only reason that's good.
No.
Although it's going to be probably one of the biggest things that we talk about. For anyone who doesn't know, this movie's been on my radar for a long time.
Like 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, because there was a teaser made for this movie back in 2015.
When the original creators were looking for a studio and funding.
To pick it up, yeah. And you can still find that if you Google search...
it's on Vimeo.
Yeah, it's on Vimeo. If you Google search Klaus 2015 teaser, you can find the original teaser, and you can see how much of the original concept still made it into this movie, and a lot of this... The animation techniques have grown into what became the final movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting how there's a little bit, like you can tell the difference between that teaser and the final movie in that the original teaser had a lot more intense lighting effects that I think they pulled back on for the movie, which I think is a good idea because I think the intense lighting effects in the trailer worked well for the trailer, but might have been a little jarring in the final product had it been there the whole time.
I don't really understand what you mean by that.
There's just like a lot more, like the teaser trailer had a lot more like of a vibrant, bright yellow that would go over the characters, especially like on their eyes and stuff like that, to show like highlights and give it more of a rounded form. And that's not quite as intense in the final product, but I think that's a good call.
Okay. I understand what you mean now.
Yeah. Anyway. Back to Klaus, the actual finished product.
Movie good, go see it.
Movie good, please watch.
And by go see it, I mean just like sit in front of your computer or TV.
Wherever you got Netflix.
Boot up the Netflix box. Everybody has Netflix, right? Or they use Netflix through someone else that they know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, my grandma's uncle's brother has it, so I have it because I know the account number.
And
watch it.
Yeah. And if anyone knows Sean and I, you know that Sean and I aren't big Christmas people.
No.
So the fact that we're highly recommending a Christmas movie of all things should give you a pretty good indication that this really impressed us.
I like 2 Christmas movies.
Uh-huh.
This and Arthur Christmas.
So it's a very narrow field that pleases you in terms of Christmas movies.
Most every other Christmas movie I'd be okay with never watching again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's just because, like, the idea of Christmas has become a muddled garbage mess where some people are like, it's all about buying things, and other people is like, no, it's all about Christianity, and other people are like, no, it's actually originally a pagan holiday, and I'm over here like,
can we please just stop talking about Christmas? I'm just so over it.
I'm so tired of every single element of this.
But to do a Christmas movie well, you have to really feel like the message they're going for is genuine. And that's what I like about this movie, is it really is about the idea of doing something good, bringing more good into the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like to see. It's not, there's not the typical Christmas message about, all the other typical
Love
Christmas.
everyone.
Yeah.
God bless us, everyone.
Yeah, whatever. But I will say that if there is something to nitpick about Klaus, the story department is probably where you
the most lackluster.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's very genuine, but there are also a few...
They take some leaps.
Yeah, there's this whole plot... I will say, because this movie's been on my radar for so long, I kind of had certain expectations for how the characters were going to play out, and the main character is the one who actually threw me for the biggest loop when the movie started. I was not expecting Jasper to be the character he was when the movie started.
I honestly enjoy him more because of what he turned out to be.
Yeah, I think it adds better to the message of the movie, and I enjoy asshole characters. I've seen a few people who are like, the main character of Klaus is really unlikable. And I'm like, you're not wrong, but I like him because he's so unlikable.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what brings you around to actually liking him.
Yeah, because he has a change of heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I like movies with people who have a change of heart. I've also seen people liken Jasper to, like, Cusco, and I'm like, yeah, that's really fitting. He's a very Cusco type character.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say, though, about the whole story department thing, there's specifically one moment in the movie where they kind of have a liar revealed moment, and that part just falls so flat. Like, it doesn't really make any sense, but luckily the movie does not dwell on it long.
Like, they have that scene, and then, like, they almost immediately get over it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. So it doesn't dwell on that for very long. But even besides Jasper, I love the character designs in this movie of all the different, like, townspeople.
Oh, yeah.
One character I didn't know was in this movie at all before we watched it was the
School?
No, she's cool. She's cool too, but no, I was going to talk about the boat guy.
Oh,
the ferryman.
Guy, yeah.
The ferryman. He is so good. I love his animation so much. The animation in this movie just drips personality. It's like character animation central. It's all about the acting and being able to convey as much personality in such like Ferryman guy isn't part of the movie for very long, but you know everything you need to know about this guy just from the way he moves. The voice acting, of course, lends a lot to his personality as well.
Mm-hmm.
Klaus himself, Santa, is fantastic, voiced by J.K. Simmons. And, like, I love his gigantic design.
Mm-hmm.
He's just he's so big. He's so big, but like he still has. There are so many Santa Claus designs. It's hard to stand out in making a Santa Claus design, and this one stands out.
Yes. because his design is not to inherently scream round and lovable, jolly old man. No,
he's frightening. Like,
he's supposed to be terrifying to begin with, and like you slowly just kind of get to know him and like him. But like he's supposed
very
to be
intimidating.
large and formidable.
Yeah,
That's the point.
I love it. It's a good contrast of character design and personality working together to create something complex.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
Also, just he's a solid block of a person. It works very well against Jasper, who is just this tiny little wibbly man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that Jasper's made out of, like, triangles.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Triangles versus squares.
Uh-huh. And then a lot of the townsfolk have just, like, these very, like, gnarly designs. But then the kids are all, like, really cute, but also... Like they come from, like, this poor town, so, like, they're all ragamuffin kids. I like them.
Character design's amazing.
By the way, do you know the animator who started this movie? Trivia time!
It sounded like you were going to continue talking there, and you stopped. Was I supposed to say something?
Well, do you recognize which animator?
No.
This is an animator we know. I mean, we don't know personally, but they're an ex-Disney animator. Shock and surprise.
Okay.
Sergio Pablos.
Okay.
Sergio Pablos was... Like, I guarantee if I mention which characters he's worked on, you're going to be like, oh, wow, that reads. Because, yeah, it's very distinct. He was the supervising animator on Tantor the Elephant and Dr. Doppler in Treasure Planet.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Tantor. Right, from Tarzan.
Yeah.
I was like, Tantor the Elephant. Which was that one?
Tarzan.
Okay, yeah.
But no, like, once I tell you Dr. Doppler, it's like,
Dr.
oh,
Doppler.
wow, a lot of those mannerisms and stuff is stuff that, like, you can see in these characters as well.
Absolutely.
Especially in that initial, like, teaser trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. But, yeah. I love Sergio Pablos' work. Dr. Doppler is one of my favorite animated characters ever. And so, like, I'm so happy to see that he has opened his own studio, because this is a studio he's opened in Spain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And because I follow a lot of animation people on Twitter, I actually have been seeing a lot of, like, rough animation stuff from the movie, and then also a lot of people in different animation community circles who started working on the film and then actually didn't continue working on it or whatever, and they had other, like, rough animation scenes and stuff. But, like, there's obviously a lot of talented animators working on this film, and I'm so happy with the final product, and I'm so happy that it got a release from Netflix, and it seems to be getting the attention it deserves.
Good. Go see it.
Yeah.
If you saw it, go see it again.
I think I definitely want to see it again before Christmas.
Throwing good, throwing the acclaim at this movie and letting it get the attention it needs will help guarantee that we see another movie from the studio.
Yeah.
Which I would love to see more movies in this art style.
I would love to
Or even not this art style necessarily, but like more traditional animated stuff.
The way they did their lighting effects and everything is spectacular. I know that ever since that initial teaser trailer dropped, like, other animators have been trying to figure out how to replicate that look, because, oh my God, it's gorgeous. And I know, like, a lot of people are even still confused. It's like, is it 3D? Is it 2D? It's like, it's traditionally hand-drawn. And
traditionally hand-drawn characters on
some 3D background.
Some level of 3D background. I think, this is me speculating here, but I feel like a lot of the town and set was built in 3D, but then with, like, traditionally painted pieces slapped on top of it.
So, similar to how Tarzan was done.
Yeah, similar to Tarzan, probably some level of like
deep canvas
flash,
technology.
Yeah, and also some flash animation stuff going on as well. Mm-hmm. Just from like how certain elements move and stuff.
Yeah, obviously we don't know for sure, but that's just
speculation here.
Yeah.
Of like how like and like it would change radically from scene to scene of well, I mean not radically, I mean like it looks seamless, but I mean like I'm not saying the whole movie was done in 3D or the whole movie was done in Flash or anything like that because
it obviously wasn't. There's a lot of programs at play here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we were robbed more deep canvas movies. I can't believe they came out with the deep canvas system for Tarzan and then like a few years later traditional animation at Disney went away because it's just like, it's such a cool program and we only got a few movies with it. I'm so upset.
They threw it in the garbage.
I love the deep canvas system so much. And I want more movies like this, please. Like I know some people are like, traditional animation isn't dead, there's plenty of other countries that are doing it. And that's true. But I want just a few more because it's ridiculous. There are so many talented, traditionally trained artists, especially the Disney animators who worked during the Disney Renaissance, who are like still out there working on their own stuff, like Glenn Keane and Andreas Deja. And obviously Sergio Pablos and stuff. Aaron Blaise. And it's like, man, why isn't some studio hiring all these artists to make some amazing fucking movie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just,
Because, shock and surprise, traditionally animated movies aren't more expensive than 3D movies.
Well, yeah.
Which was the quote-unquote one of the big arguments for why traditional animation is dead.
Well, yeah, for why all American studios switched over to 3D.
Computers make it easier and cheaper.
No, it doesn't.
Wrong!
No, it doesn't. Anyway,
Wrong.
I don't want to go on this whole tirade while we're talking about Klaus. But anyway, you should go watch Klaus if you haven't. It's really fantastic. Sean and I will definitely have a end of the year review where
this will be in there.
Where we talk about, our favorite and least favorite movies of the year.
Yeah.
I can already tell you this is probably going to be my favorite movie of the year.
Probably, because we only have 2 more movies this year. Mm-hmm. And neither looks hella promising.
Well, I mean, Playmobil got such a poor rating that it got postponed for months.
Half a year for a release here in America. So the Playmobil movie we're going to go see tomorrow, that'll probably go poorly.
We'll see.
Yep, and then we have Spies in Disguise here at the end of the year.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting about it, even though we see trailers for it
every time we go to the theater.
We go to the theater. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
Those are the last 2 films for the year. We're almost done. 2019's almost done. Hopefully we can move on to 2020.
And hopefully there's better stuff.
With better movies on the horizon.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there. Everyone go watch Klaus. Merry Christmas.